welcome along to another episode of this FM21 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's part 113 today, and we've got a chance to win a trophy. We're playing two big cup games with Juventus. First, the Italian Cup commences. We play Fiorentina in a difficult draw, and then Lazio in the Super Cup final. We've already won the European Super Cup. Now can we win the Italian one? If you want to find out and you're enjoying the series, please do chuck a thumbs up on it. Subscribe down below to stay up to date with regular content from two long-term stories. We've still got our daily predictions for Euro 2020 as well. The group stage is coming towards a fascinating close in what's been a brilliant tournament so far. And we've got regular watch-alongs and FM live streams over on Twitch. Please do check the link in the eye above and come and follow us if you haven't already. It really does make a massive difference and I can't thank you enough for the support. But today, we've got a little bit of a difficult situation because against Fiorentina today, I'm in a little bit of a do-I-don't-I situation. We've got a difficult draw and we want to win as many trophies as possible. So against the side who are currently third in the league, do we go all out to try and win and then have tired players against Lazio for a cup final? Because Lazio are fifth themselves and a very good team as well. Or can we trust ourselves to rotate a bit and get through against another big club? That's what I'm not sure of. We've had 3 games in a week since the return from the winter break. We've got Mark back out with a pulled hamstring, as you can see. But there has been one big signing in the January transfer window so far. If I go and take you through it, it is a big signing in a position we needed. That man is Gerard Ambroise. He comes in from Bayer Leverkusen for £88 million. And he's a goalkeeper and a Haiti international. Now, only 3-star ability at the moment, has 4.5 potential. Looks pretty good across the board, to be honest, particularly technically. Very good at one-on-ones, very good shot stopper. Perhaps not quite so well-rounded in the other areas of the game. He signed as a backup keeper, which I find almost unbelievable. But it follows this trend of players from sort of minute nations or nations that aren't traditionally associated with top football players, bringing through world-class ones. So we've got a goalkeeper from Haiti, a right-back from Indonesia. I mean, we talked in FM20 about Cape Verde. We're just seeing loads of brilliant players. So he's going to be involved today, I think. I've got a decision to make on the lineup. Are we going to go backup or are we going to go first team? We played our backups at the weekend. So I think we're going to go first team for both of these. I think I've made my decision. Let's look at their match load. It's light for most of them. So let's go and tweak this 11 to what we want to play today. We'll be back in a moment to run you through it. But good sign so far. So, first 11 selected. The only change I've made from the team the assistant picked is brought in Esposito to rest Unova. He has finally had 2 good games in succession for us, but he's now got a heavy match load, so I want to give him a breather before the weekend. Cesar's going to start a right back today. I'd imagine Aït-Nouri will play the final as the more experienced one, but the rest of the team's got a light match load bar Bonghioni. He's come off the bench to good effect a couple of times, but we haven't really got anyone else that can play up there, bar Esposito, who's starting on the left today. So he might get a rest later on, but this is our 11 to start with. It's Anana in goal. He's going to play the 2 cup games. We will try and get Ambroise in eventually. At right back, it's Simois. On the left, Cesar with Marcelo and De Ligt at centre half. Shep Roma and Tonali, the centre midfielders. Popov, Balde and Esposito, the 3 in front. And then Bonghioni up front on his own. Who's going to be the hero today? Or are we going to fall at the first hurdle to Fiorentina? It's a horrible draw in the first round of the cup. But we want to stay in Italy for 1 season only. And that means we need to win domestic competitions. And here are the lineups. So a little bit of experience in the Fiorentina team. Tanguy and Dombele, of course, the man who stands out in the middle. But they have got a few good players. We've obviously come up against them in the league this season and had a difficult time. I'm just looking through the bench as well. Any big standouts? I don't think so. But into the first half we go. We're going to tell the lads to prove a point. Because these 2 cup games could shape our season. If we lose the Super Cup and we go out of the Italian Cup, we're then in a spot of bother. Because we either have to win the Champions League again with this club, or we have to get the top of the Serie A title race. And those 2 things aren't guaranteed at the moment. So let's go and get into it. A defensive layout for Fiorentina. The classic Italian 4-1-4-1. The big boys are winning in the other games. The Milans, the Atlantas, the Roma's winning. Napoli the only ones letting them down at the minute. But it's been a pretty poor start to the game. 10 minutes gone, not a lot happening, no sign of a shot on target, and no sign of any Juventus dominance, which is a real concern. So we're going to demand more. We've reached half an hour here, and we've not seen anything from this football match. As we finally come back with a throw on the right, Simois throws in, but is headed away easily. Roma recycles for Tonali. just inside the opposition half, but goes back to De Ligt. He's got the man over on the right in Simois. Pass was behind him, not really good enough there. De Ligt again picks it up, goes for the long through ball, smashed clear by Stojkovic. Loses out in the air, does De Ligt to Slozek as well. Much talk about youngster from the Czech Republic, now a very experienced pro here. Didn't realise him in the starting lineup. Morrow on the right, taking on the fullback Cesar. Chance to cross, he's beaten him as well. Gets to the byline, cuts it back to Deladone. To Morrow again. They're completely unmarked in the middle. And Nico puts it in. This has been a disastrous first half. It's the first shot on target of the entire match. And Fiorentina are ahead. This is not going to plan this season. In the big games, we're bottling it again. And are we going to end up with another Real Madrid situation? Half time, 1-0 Fiorentina. This is our first team. And it really ain't good enough. We're going to point the finger. We're going to say we're disappointed. Esposito's had a shocking game. He's very frustrated. On comes Unavar as the inverted winger. We need a big one from him now. Cesar at left back again disappoints. Ain't Nori'll come on. The double sub at half time. If nothing else, it will hopefully get the message across. Now let's see if we get a reaction. As it's a corner kick for Fiorentina. No change in the pattern. Nico Hedge just over here. Could have had a brace now. And we still haven't had a shot on target. It's pathetic. Look at the stadium. Barely any fans in either. Marcelo clears a throw-in away to Balde. He brings it over halfway. Not had a good game himself. Neither's Popov to his right. But he's got the ball to the byline. Balde crosses. Bongiorni's in there. Blocked off the line by the defender. Excellent work. But as we come up to the hour mark, we've still not hit the target. And this is absolutely frightening. Popov is going to be replaced by Gandara. But where's the reaction? I just don't see it. We're going to encourage the boys. We're going to come forward from this free kick. But with 64 minutes, we have not threatened a Fiorentina goal. As Gandara, the sub on the right, gets on the long ball. Goes into the box, gets to the byline, but then goes back. Crosses into Balde. He's brought down. Gotta be a penalty, referee. VAR has been instructed to take a look at it. Now let's see what happens. The finger is to the referee's ear. And the penalty is confirmed for Sana Balde. Now who is going to take this spot kick? Number 6, Sandro Tonali. He scored a couple. I'm pausing it for a moment. Just to see if we need to make a tweak. Because I'm a little bit worried about this. Sandro Tonali steps up. He's missed one and scored a few this season. And he scores this one. The experienced Italian on the big stage with his 5th goal of the season. Sends the keeper the wrong way. But it was hit with such venom into the side netting that he wouldn't have stopped it even if he had gone the right way. Brilliant work from Sandro Tonali. And now we've had our first shot on target from the penalty spot. Can we take advantage of it? Tonali comes forward again. Plays a 1-2 with Marcelo, the centre-half. Lovely through ball to Gandara. He's got in and nicked him for the goal. It's an awful mistake by the fullback, but Gandara pounced on it. He anticipated. And he's made such a difference with his runs in behind on the right. He's changed the game, the kid. I don't know if we get any more subs here. We don't. But 2 shots on target, 2 goals. And by no means do we deserve to be ahead. As Balde gets it in behind to Unavar. The substitutions, though, have made a massive impact on this game. Unavar shot brilliantly saved. Bongiorni just beaten to the rebound. And Tonali spraying it wide to Gandara again. Gets to the byline. Cuts back to Simois, the fullback. He can cross. Instead plays a 1-2 with Shep Roma. No one wants to deliver, but that's a penalty as well. Simois is brought down by Miranda. The only question is, was it the other side of the line? It looked a penalty from the animation, but that doesn't mean a lot this year. Let's see what's given. We're going to VAR. They've said outside. They've said free kick. So it remains just 2 shots on target. In fact, the third is in from Unavar now. But it's 2-1, 10 minutes to go, and we're escaping. We're getting out of jail here. The substitutions, though, have been brilliant, as Simois gets it down the right to Gandara. He finds the byline, beats his man, into Bongiorni, hits the crossbar. Deladoni clears downfield. Bongiorni's just hitting one of those patches of form, I'm afraid. And Simois puts it out for a throw. 5 to go, it remains 2-1. Can we cling on now? Into stoppage time, we're dropping to balanced. We're going to get all of the time wasting stuff on as well. You know the drill by now. Now we do get to be a proper Italian side, in their prime. We're going to hold our shape, slow it down. In possession, we're going to drop. Out of possession, we're going to drop. 2 minutes of stoppage time to go. Can we cling on? Oh, we've got a throw in. It could get tense yet. Unavar on the left though. Right where we want it by the corner flag. Into Gandara. Loses out in the air. Tonali picks it up to Shep Roma. Simois is over on the right wing. Gandara plays to Bongiorni though. He does go right to Simois. Really good composed football in the 94th minute. And since the substitutions, we've been sublime. The ball back is overhit, but Nori picks it up to Tonali. He goes right to Simois again. Inside to Shep Roma. He finds Balde to Gandara. In for 3. Put some gloss on it. It's a good save by the keeper. To be fair, Gandara's been man of the match for me. And he's only been on the pitch for 30 odd minutes. Probably not even that. Tonali's got a chance to cross from the right hand side. He's taking his time. He's wasting as many seconds as possible. The referee's got to blow the whistle. There can't be a counter from here. It's headed away as far as Unava. Where's your whistle, referee? There it is. We did not deserve to win that for 60 minutes. But the substitutions at half-time and the substitution of Gandara have made a massive difference to this football team. We win 2-1. We're through to the next round of the Italian Cup. And now we've got to improve because we've got a cup final against Lazio. And the Lucky Duck tie will be back in a second. Here we go then. The Lucky Duck tie is back out. I have never lost a cup final while wearing this. Wish I'd worn it on the final day of the La Liga season last year. And we've got some good news in the fitness test as well. Popov's fit. Back, can play. 75 minutes. He might be able to start here. Certainly be on the bench. And Ristovajevic fit for the bench too. So let's go and get into our team selection. See what we think is the best for today. I guess even though Popov is fit and Back's fit, based on Unavar and Gandara, do we play what works at the end of the last game? I think we probably do. So I'm going to start Gandara on the right wing, although he has got a heavy match load, and that's making me think as well. Mark Back's still got a knock, so I can't start him. Oh, this is incredibly difficult. Right, Back's going to be on the bench in place of Ceballos. That's that decided. The rest of it, Esposito replaced by Unavar from the start. I'm going to start Popov because he's got a lighter match load and he's turned up for me in the big games before. Left back definitely ain't Nori. Unfortunately, Cesar, he's just not played well enough this year. He's been a real bitter disappointment from what we expected. And maybe he'll get better as he learns the language, he understands the Italian game. But for now, we can't trust him in a cup final. So for the Super Cup against Lazio, another one of the big sides in the Italian league, we are going for Anana, the experienced number 1. Ain't Nori in at left back alongside Simois on the right. De Ligt and Marcelo keep their place at centre half. Shep Roma and Tonali by far our first choice in the middle. Unavar in on the left for Esposito. Popov keeps his place on the right, as does Sannabalde in the number 10. And Bongiorni, we need a better game up front. Hasn't scored now in his last couple of games. Scored against Atalanta but wasn't great. Hasn't really had a great game since the Real Betis match in the Champions League. So since the winter break, not at his best. But let's see if he can produce it in the cup final, where the Wonder Kid should come alive. Or Lazio could give us a shock. Ståle Solbakken, the former Wolves manager, the Norwegian in charge of Lazio today. Yassine Adli playing as skipper, Lazzarini up front. They've got good players in that team. I'm just looking on the bench for any superstars as well of years gone by. But it looks like they've got a blend of youth and experience. It looks like they've got a good team. And they're fighting for the top 4 in Serie A. I mean, we've drawn Roma in the next round of the Italian Cup, which is next midweek as well. Then we've got them in the league at the weekend, and we finish the month with Inter Milan. It's a horrible month for fixtures for us, and not the one where we wanted congestion. We've got really unlucky with the Italian Cup draw. Unavar looks like he's got a knock already, and has. So it's a change of plan. Back to the drawing board we go. Let's bring on... Do we bring on Back for 75? I'm going to do it. I know he's not fit either, but Mark Back, they said he can do 75 minutes. Well, let's test that theory. On he comes with 15 gone. And Lazio so far on top of the stats. And they've got to throw in an advanced position. Simois heads clear. Harrow gets there first. We just look second best to everything. It's how we started against Fiorentina. Lazzarini's into the box. Back to Bettino. What is on with this Juventus team? For a few games now, we have been absolutely dire in the first half. And we've been reliant on comebacks or super subs. I don't understand the change in strategy. We're getting outplayed here. Lazio have had 4 shots, 3 on target, more of the possession. They look the better team, and we've got to throw with Simois on the right, which is straight at the Lazio player. We're second to everything. Simois releases Balde though, 2 in the middle, deflects to Mark Back. He might not be fit, but he can score from 2 yards, and he knows where to be at the right time. We have not deserved that goal based on the first 26 minutes, but again, we're clinging on in there, and as long as we win the trophy, Doesn't have to be vintage. It certainly was vintage against Atalanta in the European Super Cup. This one has been far, far from it. As Moreno gets it on the right, look how much time they've got on the ball. Through to Lazzarini, who slides it wide. Do you know what? I'm actually going to drop to balance till half time because we're getting completely outclassed. We just need to find a bit of structure in this game. 10 minutes to the break, it remains level. Let's hope we can keep it that way till the break. As at half time, it is 1-1. Lazio put up a decent display, to be fair. We have come back into the game and the possession towards the end of that period. So let's go and prove that we're winners. We've got a nervous Sandro Tonali, which is a real worry for me because he's supposed to be the superstar here. So let's just say I've got faith in you. We've got him motivated. Let's hope that makes the difference because he was the star man in midweek. As Aït-Nouri throws in on the left to Balde. He's crossing towards Bongiorni. Oh, the keeper just got there. I thought he'd spilled it, but at the second attempt he managed to grasp it. It's brilliant work. As Tomasak comes forward and finds Moreno on the right. Mark back nicks it. He looks fitter than he suggests. And he comes over halfway in possession. Again, the sub-winger's making a difference. A wild effort on goal in the end. But it was the run. It was the penetrating movement. Trying to take people on. Something we've not had for the most part here. Again, Popov has been the disappointment of those. I'm going to bring Gandara on and just hope it works the same as it did last time out. Samois loses out from the throw-in. I'm going to cancel that sub because you know my superstition. Having changes pending while the team's in possession leads to a goal. Haro picks it up on the left-hand side. Can we nick it back off them? They've got time to play out. Adil finds Bettino. Scored that first goal, of course, to Tomasak on the left wing. Samois, a world-class fullback, didn't look it there, did he? Tomasak in, good save, Anana. And it's behind for a corner kick. Popov will now be replaced by Gandara. But will we concede from the corner? We've got to survive that first. Adley's ball into the front post. We don't even see the outcome. That's probably a good sign for us. 20 minutes to go. We've got different legs that are tired, that are struggling. But we've got poor legs in Bongiorni up front. He's out of form. Esposito's going to come on. Because last time he played a football match for us, Sebastiano Esposito, he scored a hat-trick. And I have to trust him to do the same. The last time he started up there, he got the goals. As Anana chips the ball into Tonali. Finds Shep Roma. Goes wide to Gandara. We're going to shout, just encourage the lads. As Balde lays in Esposito. And he is the hero. He is an absolute gem. Bongiorni's out of form. Esposito was poor on the left last time out. But that's because he's a centre forward. He's composed in the finished. He did that countless times against us when he was at Manchester United. But today, he's done it for us. And again, from a goal down, we somehow lead 2-1. And again, we probably haven't deserved it. As Aït-Nouri's got a throw on the left, in towards back. Knocks it down for Tonali. Chance to shoot. Brilliant strike from Sandro Tonali. 5 minutes to go, it's 3-1. That's got to be game over. And I think we've got more subs, have we? No, only 3 in the Super Cup final. But Sandro Tonali should have just wrapped it up. And there you go. We've said it before on this channel. The mentality doesn't always determine how aggressive you are. We dropped to balanced. We got our foot on the ball. And we put more space in behind for these attacking players to express themselves. The substitutions out wide have made a difference again. This time back rather than Gandara. And back's laid in Gandara there. His shot tipped behind for a corner. But what a win. We win the Italian Super Cup. There's 60 seconds to go. We're not going to throw it away here. And at 3-1, we can just enjoy the party. The keeper claims it, but any goal now will be a consolation. And after beating an Italian side in the European Super Cup, we're going to beat one in the Italian Super Cup too. Balde finds back to Esposito. It's brilliant football now. Great last-ditch challenge from Lazio. But despite being a far worse performance than it was in that European final, it's the same result. It's the same outcome. Juventus win the Italian Super Cup. We will come to lift the trophy. I think Matthias de Ligt is the skipper. Or is it Anana in goal? We'll find out which one. No, it looks like it's de Ligt. He's going to lift the trophy for the second time this season. It was by no means a vintage display in either of these games. But Juventus lift the Italian Super Cup. 2 trophies down, 3 to go. I'm not holding up much hope for the Champions League. But if we can win the other 2, it'll be a very good season. The Italian Super Cup is in our grasp. That will help us yet further in the Hall of Fame. And we're pleased with that. We've got to build the confidence because the rest of this month is very difficult and absolutely crucial as well. We'll be back in a moment to look at the schedule and see when we're next going to be back. Well, 2 trophies wrapped up. The lucky tie strikes again. 100% record maintained across here and Twitch as well. We lift the Super Cup. We've got another injury to Univart. We've talked about the problems. And again, injured innocuously. It's only a short one, but he misses the midweek cup game. And he just can't get a run of games and fitness together. It's a very difficult situation for us. We get just over 2 million for winning it. It's another Super Cup win for the club. And let's see what we're going to try and follow it up with. Because next month, we've of course got the return of the Champions League. I mean, I think it would be a miss if we left that. It's Milan, not Inter, we've got this month as well. I made a mistake there. I think we're going to come back for both the first and the second leg of the Champions League last 16. Because it should be a big season for us. The second leg, of course, is next to Fiorentina away. That's going to be a tough game. The first one is either side of 2 games that look like nothing on paper. But at home to Cittadella, who we remarkably beat 4-3 in that crazy game earlier this season. And Empoli held us as well. So we'll come back for one of those plus Barcelona. We'll see what's happening in the Cup as well. We might have a bigger game before then too. But if you did enjoy this episode and that brilliant Cup win in the final, please do chuck a thumbs up on it. 2 trophies down, we're getting there with Juventus. And either way, this season's not a complete failure now. But it may well be our final big move in the head coach. And we've got to try and make a most of this season. If you want to stay up to date and see how the rest of it goes, subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. This story and our Build a Nation with Bangor City continue every day at 3:30. We've also got our daily Euro 2020 predictions at 10 PM, of course. And we've got live streams on Twitch with regular Euros watch-alongs. And of course, we've got plenty of FM content over there too. So please do follow up in the eye above if you haven't already. Subscribe to the food channel as well. I'm trying to get that one off the ground. It does make a big difference, your support. And I'll see you next time for Champions League football against Barcelona. I've got a feeling might get a little bit difficult there. I'll see you next time to find out if I'm right.